I'm so confused. I thought those were the same size. Jesus Christ, did that dude just get... What? Oh my god, he just got hit by a lightning and now I'm being chased by my own build. Help! Alright everybody, hello and welcome back to another episode on Crossout then, with me, Spacefish, and well, welcome to another episode of PvP and Grinds. I was hoping that we were going to be a bit closer at least to what I thought was the watermark for us to hit in terms of money for the generator this episode. And while, as you can evidently see, we are a tad bit closer to it, I feel that my progress has slowed a tad bit compared to the last few times we were recording. Apparently the overall structure with the missions has changed a tad bit, where the earlier stages of the missions you get very low rewards and you actually got to carry on through a lot of successive games that you also, of course, have to win in order to get the reward amounts that really make the money, and unfortunately I didn't really have the time to go through that many successive battles in the last bit of time, so I only really mostly got low rewards, and thus we are at 95 bucks. Now, I thought that in order for us to get the new generator, which mind you of course was a rather substantial new thing for us, because that should allow us to advance some of our builds a good bit further, we were going to need about 120 bucks. Now, in reality, we're at about like 155 of a buy price, so we're even further out than I thought. So that means that we really have to try and grind a tad bit more today. Maybe at least get enough loot together to get to about like 120-ish bucks after this one, so that with the time in between this video and the next one, I'll be able to get the money together for this upgrade finally, and we can finally move on with stuff. So that's the plan then for today. But just quickly before we get started, if you're new around here, if you happen to enjoy this episode, make sure to smash that subscribe button right down below. Would appreciate that a ton. We're heading for 1k subscribers, hopefully by the end of the year. There's still a good 400 left on the list, so every single one would truly help out a ton, and thank you very much if you did that. With that out of the way though, I think let's go and hop right into the first battle with the drillboi build and have some fun with that, because of course all of me playing in between episodes and live in the videos and everything, our co-driver has actually leveled up a good bit without me noticing, and I just now, well, a few minutes ago, actually went in and leveled up the co-driver a good bit, and of course, I mean, our co-driver in this one, I'm not sure what his name is, but he's got some very good skills for this. He's got some shotgun damage, and also we now have a 2% increase on the drillboi damage. Now, while 2% of drill is not the craziest amount in the world, I'm sure it will be a nice addition, and hopefully it will help us out a good bit. I do think there is another damage increase also coming down the line of another 3% on top, which is going to be absolutely beautiful, but I feel that is still about 4 or 5 levels out, and I assume he's going to kind of proceed levels slower and slower the higher he gets, so we'll see how much longer that one's going to take. But one way or another, really excited to find out just how good this thing is going to be. Of course, also with the steerable wheels at the back now, so that is hopefully also going to help us out. And, well, let's see just how well we can do. We're going to go around the flanks as usual. Nearly drive into a teammate. I do have to say, oh god, hello, enemy. So there goes some of your missiles, buddy. There goes that enemy in total. And now we are in a beautiful position where our team's chilling back there, not doing much of anything for us. I think he's actually fighting someone as well. Help me, please, sir. Yeah, that's beautiful. I don't know. I think I'm kind of screaming on the inside already, as maybe slightly obvious. I really don't like this. I feel like this is one of the major issues still that we may still have with this build. is that we're so susceptible, like so susceptible to somebody just like picking us up on the side, not even necessarily with a wedge, but just kind of like clunking themselves in there and us not really being able to break free anymore. And that happens to me so many times, and that's like the #1 reason I feel I get murdered with this drillboi build. I'm not sure what we can do about that. Maybe another set of wheels, maybe compacting the thing more. I think we may have to look into that, because I'm not all too happy with that. And, oh, I do feel we very much need a solution to that one. That's an interesting one. Dude's not able to steer anymore, but at least a teammate is there to ram that dude apart, I guess. Anyways, we're gonna wish our team the very best. I will place a quick cut here, and I'll see you maybe even in the hangar. He's just taking the friendo with him. I'll drag you to safety, buddy. We just put him in the corner there. Okay. Anyways, that was beautiful, but one way or another. Oh god. I'll see you on the other side of this cut. Alright, so back we are in the garage then, and I do really want to have another quick look at if we can improve on this overall layout, because what I've really, I think, observed in well, pretty much all the battles that we ever had is the main issue that we get with this build is that when somebody gets in between this back wheel right here and this front part with the wedges right there. Now, of course, we kind of have the wedges to stick onto something in the front, but we don't really want to have something get stuck in the middle there. So, I kind of want to look at alternatives to this sort of building style, because, I mean, in terms of compacting the thing, I don't really think we have that much room, unless we want to make the thing a bit wider instead of long, and have the wheel sort of on the outside, still kind of occluded, but in a different sort of way. I mean, that may not be the worst idea in the world either. I think we may be giving that a try. Do we have a spare slot? I do know that there was some way to get some things that we... Let's assemble this thing for a second. I remember there was the exhibition, and you could just load your things into the expedition. The question is, where is it? Okay, so to the exhibition rather. We will send this one to the exhibition, which is now published. And then let's double check that it's in there, which indeed it is. And then we should be able to just get rid of that very blueprint right there. That way we've got some separate thing that we can build around with. So maybe we are going to, in the end, build a bit more than I thought here. Let's go and check this out. So my idea here being is that maybe we can sort of shorten this thing a bit. Protect all our wheels at the same time. And that also not have this issue anymore with people kind of just being able to wedge themselves in on the side there. So the idea here being that we totally change the placement of these wheels that we've got going there and put them like back there instead. Right, then we can maybe move these wheels a tad bit further back again to make sure that we do still have somewhat of a bit of stability in this vehicle too. And then we would kind of need to find a way to actually enclose those wheels, which in my opinion may be possible through a bit of a frame setup in the very end. Question being, we would probably need more parts for such a setup. Unless we did something very basic like that. That may be an option, to be fair. So, we're going to try this out, alright? we will do something a little like that. That extra frame is also going to help us stabilize the entire thing. That said, it may be a bit far back. Is this now? Yeah, I was going to say, how's that still attached? Okay, but it may be a bit far back in terms of, like, also helping us grab onto things. So we're going to take all that off, put this aside, and hopefully we can put that on the vehicle again. Unexpected total revamp of the entire build here. It is what it is, I guess. We will put one of the drills right there. Get all that off. Put the other drill right there. Then, I mean, that all can kind of pretty much go straight off too. Now, in terms of this, I think the wedge position is potentially still a bit far back. Maybe it is going to be fine. I think it should be quite fine, to be fair. So let's go and put this here too. Get that right there. Take this off for the time being. So the main challenge, I suppose, for the time being is going to be to actually... Speaking of which, why do I have two different sorts of panels here? I guess I only had one of these minivan panels. The challenge is going to be getting this all plunked together properly at not much of a weight increase, while also retaining some of the inherent safety features for us. That thing is so in the way right now. Oh my god, go away! Thank you. Okay, so a little something like that. The thing is, we're going to make this vehicle quite bulky in terms of width, and if we don't have anything in the middle right here, we're going to be exposing components quite a lot. So that is actually a bit of a worry going on right there in my head. The other thing, though, being, if we do move this wheel a tad bit further up front again, we would be able to enclose it with less material. The only thing is really kind of going to be, like, how much, like, how close can we afford these wheels to be before everything kind of gets mega unstable on our end, right? Now, here, can I move that other one further inwards? I cannot. See, I'm not a fan of that spacing. Maybe we can just fill that in like this. And then we do a little something like that. Now, why is this going further out? Oh, that is the reason. Okay. So we can take this off, take that off, plonk that there, and then we have to kind of take things apart again because we did stuff the wrong way around, and then we go do that, put that further on the back here, and the wedge goes right there instead. So that does make the vehicle quite wide, admittedly. I like the idea of the wheel protection in general, but we are quite bulky like this, I have to say. The thing is, we are not really gaining any sort of weight here. So, I mean, it's not like we are becoming really chunky. It's more a thing of looks, I suppose. And a thing of, like, these things not really being attached to much of anything as of yet. We would probably need another sort of piece of frame at the back here. We can connect the entire wall to. I mean, I like the general idea, I have to say. It's a weird looking approach, right? But we would shorten the vehicle, which isn't the worst thing in the world. Retain a similar level of protection on the cabin itself, while at the same time also protecting the back wheels, becoming a little less susceptible to being able to only steer very weirdly when the front wheels are off. Also, the front wheels are not that close together anymore, which kind of protects them more from blasts, taking both of them off at the same time. So, I mean, I see a lot of advantages to this, as weird as it may look. The only thing is, we would need more panels to finish closing that one off. Now, we do technically still have these panels at the back here, which we could use sort of like in that fashion. And I think that is quite fine, honestly speaking. The only thing that I don't like too much is exposing the booster like that. Interesting option being, but I'm kind of worried that that off-center thing is going to be an issue. An interesting option being something a bit like that, you know. That is an issue though, as that booster would be utterly exposed due to the height of the sidewalls we've got going here. So, not an option. I'm really not sure what to do with that booster, honestly speaking, because it's like so long. It's really not ideal that thing is that long. Everything's kind of a bit too long, in my opinion here. I mean, in the long run, I'm not even sure if we're keeping a booster on this build anyways, but while I do have the energy point, I would kind of like to keep it. You know, it's a tough question right there of what to do. Now, the one thing that we'll definitely need would be more structural elements. We would lose a tad bit of weight, getting rid of these frames, so we could use that weight for something else. I'm really not sure about this. The good thing is that we're making this a separate build with the added blueprint slot, so we're not really deleting the old thing, which was my intention kind of from the start, but let's see. Okay, so what options do we have in general? Do I have another one of these minivan? No, I don't. Okay, so we're going to use the Avia panels. I think those were always quite decent for the weights in terms of also combined with the durability. I mean, we can kind of use those to finish off the side. We would probably not get into a weight level where we would have any repercussions in terms of tonnage. So that's nice. I don't know. Do you all think this thing looks weird? Let me know down below in the comments. I did not think we would get into building this much today, but evidently we did, and evidently we've done a thing. Not sure if it's a good thing, but we've done a thing. Really kind of split on this. I really am kind of sort of split. You know, the one thing I have to say is I think it's a good preparation for when we probably eventually get rid of that booster on this build. Because in that case we can shorten this down even more, and this will probably be the preferred layout. I'm really not sure how this is going to do in the current stage. I mean, we can make sure that those wheels are as far up front as possible, which I'm actually not sure is ideal, because if we have a tad bit of air in between this and the wall, we would probably have a bit more blast protection. So let's maybe keep it back here for the time being. And I think we're going to save it sort of like this for now. I know it looks weird and ugly, but I think it may have a purpose, you know? Let me know what you all think about it down below, and we certainly would appreciate feedback. I'm sure there's things you can still improve right here. We will call it Speedy Boy. Oh, well. Got to put that space in there, and we're going to call it V2. We're going to save it like that for the time being. It's got a bit of higher power score, which isn't terrible. I am really intrigued. Okay, so let's drive this out. The first thing that immediately springs to mind is that we're... What is that? Why are we... Are the wheels different size? Wait. Are the wheels different in size, or... I think so. Is that why we had these issues all along, or is it like stuff dragging? I'm kind of confused about that one, to be honest. I mean, overall, You know, in terms of maneuverability, this thing is now quite slidey, to be frank. You know, it's not really turning in a proper circle anymore. That may be due to the excess speed. It's maybe... I mean, you can see what I mean, right? We're not really getting a perfect circle going anymore. Overall, it works. The one thing that I'm mega confused about is the slouch up front. Why is this thing not straight? Those wheels did not look as though they were different size. But if they are, that is maybe something to look at. I'm not going to save this. I just want to actually try out if these wheels are different size now. So we're going to put like steerable medium wheels up front again. Also make sure it's the same position as on the race wheels. And we need to check that out. Oh, we're not slouching up front anymore. I'm so confused. I thought those were the same size. Jesus Christ, did that dude just get... What? Oh my god, he just got hit by a lightning and now I'm being chased by my own build. Help! What in the world? I've never seen this before. That's absolutely unacceptable. Oh. And that's how you see that this stuff needs some more stability. I mean, we literally just took that thing apart in seconds. Wow. I think we may need some more frames to make sure things are being held onto. And make sure that things are actually interconnected, but, that was some fast implosion right there, honestly speaking. Can we try our old build real quick in terms of how fragile that was? I mean, honestly speaking, that's not much better. Why are my builds this fragile? Do I need to use more frames? Can anyone let me know down below, please? I would really appreciate that. I mean, whenever I go to drill enemies, they certainly don't explode that quickly. Maybe it's also just due to the nature of the build being quite light, obviously. But it doesn't feel like we have really sacrificed much there, so I guess that's at least something. Regardless, what I am going to do is I'm going to go in here. I'm actually going to go get like a little 1x4 frame going down there. That will be an extra connection for us then, and we'll go get another 1x4 frame going right there, and that'll also be an extra connection, just to make sure that things are hopefully held on to a bit better. Still not ideal, and also not ideal the wheel thing. I mean, we must have had that issue on the other build all along. Quite annoying, not gonna lie. We're gonna have to make do with it for now. I guess when we buy another set of racing wheels, that should be fine. We're not gonna assemble, we're gonna overwrite. But yeah, I don't know. The one thing I have to say is I really want to try this thing out in battle now, just see how well we do, maybe. I guess the one issue we're certainly not going to have anymore is with anyone getting in between those two parts that I was talking about previously. A wedge build would probably be a bit of an issue for us too, but I mean, I've had that issue... Oh, wait. I see one major flaw. I have had that issue previously with other builds too that weren't a wedge build, so, you know, something certainly there to actually be worried about, and I think something that we really needed to fix on that build. I'm not sure this thing is going to do better than the other one, though. Honestly, I mean, it's a little box right now, and it certainly doesn't look beautiful. Let me know your opinions down below, but we'll go into a quick battle. I'll see you on the other side of this quick cut. Alright then, back we are, and we are instantly going to go to the left side to try and go around the outside. I am really interested to see how this is going to perform, both in terms of like how well the wheels are protected, as well as like overall rigidity, because honestly when I was fighting my own build there, that fell apart quite quickly. Let's see, I guess, how it performs against conventional guns. The one good thing thus far is I'm still, despite despite the wheels not really getting stuck anywhere, fingers crossed, so that's a start right there, I guess. We're going to go around the outside here. It feels like overall I'm moving a lot quicker than with my old build, which is quite surprising to me, I have to say. Maneuverability is great. Oh, and there we get stuck. Nice. Hello, I'm here to drill you apart. Oh god, that gun's got a lot of HPs. Okay, he did. Oh wow, we destroyed an entire building there. Now we come to the interesting part of getting stuck. Oh my god, this is falling apart quickly. I'm not sure I'm too happy with the rigidity of that. Why am I exploding in seconds? That is not great. I don't know. I mean, speed, maneuverability and all were quite great. Felt quite fragile though. That was a quick game. I mean, my team absolutely got stumped too, so that's something to keep in mind right there. But yeah. Other than that, I mean, we got behind enemy lines quite quickly. We murdered someone. Kind of splits. I think we'll have to explore this some more in the next episodes. Definitely let me know your thoughts down below. I'm thinking I'm going to try this out some more and see just how well it does. And well, we'll have to see. We'll have to see, I suppose. One way or another, I'm going to end it off right here for today. I hope you all very much enjoyed this episode. Of course, if you did, please make sure to hit that subscribe button right down below. That would mean the absolute world to me. And make sure to hit that like button as well. It always helps out a ton with the video performance. But with all that out of the way, as usual, thank you so much for watching, everyone. And I hope I'll catch you in the next episode very, very soon. Ciao.